Yeah, I'm only right now we are doing audio and we'll try see. You have to remember, I am in India and that too on the banks of the Ganges at the base of the Himalayas. So the technology has reached here that is sufficient. It hasn't reached the way it has reached LA, New York, Kazakhstan, Brazil, all these places. Huh? It hasn't reached. So the to make it certain that you can all hear me. Towards the end, I will try to switch on the video, but right now we'll just go with the sound. And at this moment, I will invite you to close your eyes. And even though we cannot see each other, in this digital format, if we enter our hearts, we can feel each other's presence. Even though you might have not met me or others here physically, somewhere we are all connected. Somehow, mysteriously, through the grace of the universe, we are the ones who get to be on this broadcast right now. There are a lot of other people who are trying to get on, and somehow, because of some technical mystery, they can't get on. So obviously, through the grace of the universe, we are all meant to be here together in this very moment. The way I see life, and the way I experience life, I don't see any accidents. Every moment of the universe, every movement of the universe has a millions and millions of other moments attached to it. So here we are right now all together, connected in our hearts, challenged to see with the eyes of our soul. Everyone can see, everyone with eyes can see through the eyes of their body. But it's only the wise who can see through the eyes of their soul. So as we are sitting here together in this very moment, in different parts of the world, I am in this body, which we call Anand, is sitting here on the banks of the Ganga. It has just rained here. And all of you in different parts of the world, as you hear this voice, It is not the voice of a speaker far away. It is a voice coming from within your own heart. The separation on the level of the body is the consistently persistent illusion. An illusion which was created, or which manifested rather, for us to celebrate existence. But somehow this illusion of separation became the very cause of suffering. But we have this very opportunity to transcend this illusion of separation. And as your physical eyes close and the eyes of your soul open, and as your physical senses withdraw from the objective world into the subjective reality within the intimacy of your own self, you can feel and listen and experience each and every one of us together. Today, when we decided to do this stream and make it public, we did the tests. We thought everybody would be able to get on, but somehow, as the universe would have it, it's only us who can be here, and those who are still trying will have to suffice by listening to the recording. When we decided to do this, we weren't aware, I particularly didn't give thought that today was also the Father's Day. It was also the summer solstice. We decided in the spur of the moment a few days ago to do this stream because it was announced it was the celebration of yoga globally. And as we are all gathered here as yogis, and when I call you yogis, and if there is somebody here who has never practiced an asana, does not matter. You are a yogi just by the mere fact of that you are present here in this very moment, that you took a time out of your busy life, and we all know how busy we are, to be here. That very action proves that you are a yogi. It is very interesting that this day has been announced by the UN, initiated by the Indian government, as the World Yoga Day, supported by 176 countries. Of course, there are a lot of socio-economic, political reasons to milk the cow of yoga right now, but that is none of our concern. Our focus is on this revolution which is happening globally, where the Gaia, the mother, the sacred feminine, the divine feminine is awakening like we have never experienced before. This rise of the goddess energy, this rise of the sacred feminine, the divine mother energy is what is responsible for bringing yoga to the world map. for making yoga a huge movement all across the globe. It is the sacred feminine energy. Yoga as a practice, the founders of yoga, the seers, the masters, the yogis who toiled, who devoted their lives to this practice, to the development of these techniques, these practices, these systems, this radical way of living life. These yogis, the seers, the rishis must be feeling deeply privileged as these goddesses of all across the globe rise together. And yoga somehow becomes a common thread that binds all of us together and all of these goddesses together. The most beautiful thing about yoga is that it waits for you wherever you are. It just stays. It is the most patient practice there is. It will simply wait for you. It will wait for you for eternity. The practice will wait for you. Doesn't matter what you did last night. Doesn't matter what you did in the morning. Doesn't matter what you did in the afternoon. Doesn't matter if you lie. Does not matter if somebody likes you. Does not matter if you lost somebody. It doesn't matter if you feel like a nobody. This practice will wait for you with open arms. Does not matter if you hurt and if your heart bleeds. Does not matter if you've been crying for days. This practice will wait for you with open arms. Asking nothing in return. All you have to do is say yes. Now, in this very moment, I shall embrace this moment and dedicate this moment, not tomorrow, not day after tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but I shall dedicate this moment to my true self, to my soul, to my life, because I deserve to live fully. I deserve to live totally. I deserve to experience this life in all its beauty and all its glory. In this very moment, I will dedicate my life to my life. I shall dedicate this moment to my freedom, to my self-realization. And as we all know, the practice of yoga is not limited to getting into pretzel poses. It is vast. It is a self-transcendent practice. It is not limited to just the physical shapes and forms of the asana. It is far beyond. It is the way we see the world, the way we breathe, the way we think, the way we relate, the way we move in this space-time continuum. So, no matter where you are in this very moment, which corner of the world, and if you can see or if you cannot, if you can hear the voice clearly or you cannot, if you could log on, you cannot, does not matter. Those are just circumstantial variables. In this very moment, as you hear these words, in the heart of your hearts, is the practice waiting for you with open arms and asking you, what is that you're going to decide? What is that you're going to offer this moment to? To whom are you going to offer this moment? Are you going to offer this moment to your mind, to your thoughts, to your anxiety, to your fear, to your past, to your anxiety about the future, to the pressure to keep up with the society? Or are you going to offer this moment to your heart? Are you going to offer this moment to the beauty of who you are? Are you going to offer this moment to the love that has been loving you for eternity? Are you going to offer this moment right now to freedom? And remember, that's all you have is this moment. As we all know, those of us who are part of the Sattva community, we all know how angels can disappear in a moment. We all know Kelly, who was with us together, laughing and cheering all of us, and the body dropped in a moment. We all know that all we have is this moment. And then when the next moment arises, the next moment becomes this moment. And the moment when the next moment arises, it becomes this moment. Can we offer this moment? Because that's all we have, to our soul, to our spirit. Can our actions be dedicated to uplifting that spirit? Can our thoughts be directed and channeled to bringing that soul to its true potential, to its true light? Can our life move in the direction that is taking us deeper and closer to ourselves, not further away from ourselves, not into the pretend world, struggling, fighting, making the world accept us in some way or form, asking the world, will you like me, will you accept me? But rather, can we dedicate this moment to the path which is leading us closer to ourselves, to our heart, to our soul, to the true self within? And as I speak right now, I know deeply in the very core of my heart that each and every one of you, there is a part in you. I don't know if all of you, the whole of you can hear me, but definitely there is a part in you which can hear me fully and totally understands me, because that part is me. Not me as in this body, this pathetic body called Anand, which is born and will die, but that me which has no me, no I, no identity in time. That me which is you and I and a whole as one can hear it. That in this very moment there is a potential where I can experience, where we can experience individually and collectively freedom. And that will require deep dedication, offering this moment onto the altar of freedom. Freedom from bondage, freedom from pressure, freedom from mind, freedom from time, freedom from fear, freedom from the false self. Freedom from all the drama that is thrust upon you by this world. This moment, if you are ready to offer onto the altar of your own freedom, nobody can stop you. No power in the world can stop you. That is what yoga is about. It is about offering this moment to the altar of your own freedom. And nobody else can do it for you. Nobody else can do it for us. No one, no teacher, no yoga studio, no festival, no website, no government, no yoga day, no Father's Day, no Mother's Day, no Archie's gallery, none, nobody. No book, no religion, no Messiah. you right now. And when you do dedicate yourself to your own freedom right now at the intimacy of your own heart, you realize you're not alone. That is the beauty of it. You realize you are not alone. You are in the community of greatness. You are in the community of gods and goddesses. You are in the community of masters. But that step has to be taken in absolute aloneness. Before you can experience the total oneness, you have to take that step in absolute aloneness, dedicating yourself fully. That is yoga. That is why yoga begins at Shiva, who is sitting on the mountain top alone. But the word yoga itself means unity, union, coming together, one. From aloneness to oneness. It's not a process through social media and through emailing and all of that. Those are just play. We play in time. That process is a deeply intimate process. In the intimacy of your own heart. Pratyahara, the senses are withdrawn into the intimacy of your own sacred self. There, right there, as you can sense it right now. I know you can sense it. I know, no matter how much your mind is trying to say, whatever the story your mind is trying to tell, I know that you know it, that in the depth of your own heart, you are unlimited. That in the intimacy of your heart, you know that you are beyond space and time. In the intimacy of your heart, you know that you are indestructible. In the intimacy of your heart, you know that you are what we call God. You know that. I deeply know in my heart, because that part of me can sense that part in you, which is what we have called God. We can call it by any other name, but we both know. And as we dedicate our moment, we embrace this moment, and we dedicate this moment to the discovery and to the connecting to that part. That is yoga. One of the biggest challenges of these times is the bombardment of information. There is information being bombarded, being shot at you from all directions. Choices, seductions, possibilities to consume, to buy, to shop. In all directions. This is the challenge of these times. Forget all of these choices. Drop all of these choices and just take one choice. Just make the one choice that's the only choice that matters. To dedicate this moment. Because that's the only one you have. Doesn't matter. Tomorrow is only going to be this moment. This moment, embrace it and offer it at the altar of your own greatness, of the divinity within you. Where you and I merge, we become one. Doesn't matter how we look like, doesn't matter where we are, doesn't matter how our bodies are, doesn't matter where we have been thrust in this space-time continuum. Dedicate this moment to that. Let your thoughts lead you deeper to that. Let your actions lead you deeper to that. That's what Kriya is. That's what yoga is. Yoga is actions. Kriya is action that lead us to liberation. Karma is the action that leads us to bondage. And this very moment, as I sense in the depths of my heart, with this breeze of the Ganges flowing across this body, the water is flowing in front of this body, I feel deep connection with all of you. And when I say I feel, I do not mean I as this time-bound entity defined by name and historical stories. When I say I am in you, I mean that I which cannot be defined and limited by definitions. I feel that oneness. I know there is in your heart a part, a space where you can feel that too. I know for it to be true because I've experienced it, and the experience is the only truth. I've not read it, I've not heard it, I've experienced it. As I experience it, I know it is the truth. And this is what is yoga. And it is great that the world has at least woken up to the possibility of yoga and announced this day as Yoga Day on the summer solstice, where it happens to be the Father's Day too. It would have been probably more appropriate if it happened on the Mother's Day. But fathers and mothers ultimately are one. Yoga as a physical practice will expand, will be practiced by more and more people. And you are the leaders, the teachers, the pioneers. You will shine, you will take these people to the greatest depths of their own spirit. You will show these people what it means to live truly. You will show the world what it means to be truly alive. You don't have to show it through effort. There is no effort required. But as you practice what we have shared in the last minutes, the souls would be able to sense it by the mere presence of you. You would not long, you would not look for them to accept you or validate you. You would know it. You will experience a sense of certainty in you. This body has this life. Let us all come together and make it a life worth living. This life, let it be a celebration. This life, let it be a path to self-realization. Let this life be a dedication unto itself. I know in the depth of my heart, even though I have not met some of you and I've met some of you I have not met and I will meet in this physical realm. Some of you I might never meet in this physical realm. But that is inconsequential. What matters in the greatest depths of our heart, somewhere we have met. And through your silence, through your listening, you are giving me the greatest gift in this very moment. Through your silence and through your listening, you are giving me the greatest gift. Because that me, this me is not separate. This you is not separate. This me and you is just for play. For play. The play we call life. So I invite you to honor yourself deeply. Honor yourself deeply. Honor your practice deeply. This practice is waiting for you in every moment, every breath. And dedicate every breath, every moment. I know the mind will try to challenge, will try to seduce you into self-destructive patterns, will try to seduce you into self-hatred, will try to seduce you into worry, into anxiety, into all kinds of pathetic movements. But I know in the greatest depth of my heart that there is that huge power, this incomprehensible power in the very core of your being, in front of which the mind is but a timid entity. And that power will dedicate this moment unto your glory, unto your freedom, unto your brilliance. Because you are that the whole world is longing for. You carry in the very great depth of your mind, of your heart, you carry within the greatest depth of your heart that which the whole world is longing for. You are that jewel. You, right now, with your closed eyes, sitting wherever you are that jewel that the whole of humanity has been longing for, is longing for, and will be longing for. You carry that. And I bow to that. And I celebrate you on this day of yoga and this day of great summer solstice, the longest day. This day which has been proclaimed by some people as Father's Day. I celebrate you all. You are the fathers. You are the mothers. You are the gods. You are the goddesses. You are the yoga. And I bow to all of you. Now and for eternity. Every moment you dedicate the moment to your life, to your soul, to your enlightenment, to your freedom, to your self-realization. I am bowing to your feet. Thank you for your presence. for taking this time to be here together. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Namaste. And I look forward deeply to see you all very soon in the physical realm. Because there is a great joy in that as well. A joy which is very different. A great pleasure rather than joy. Great pleasure in that. I look forward to seeing you, if the universe allows, in the physical realm. I love you all deeply. I don't need to know you, I don't need to see you, I don't need to hear you. You don't need to see me, you don't need to know me for us to love each other deeply. Because that's the only love that matters, that love which is not based or limited by any conditions. Please accept that love as I accept yours. Hari Om, Namaste.